And Fame Factor is back this Monday. Top headlines in the world of entertainment. Starting with the Grammy nominations for 2014. There were some surprises. There were some snubs as well. We're going to show you the Grammy Record of the Year board here. Starting off with Get Lucky from Daft Punk and Pharrell Williams. Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Royals, Lorde, of course, in New Zealand. Locked Out of Heaven, Bruno Mars. And Blurred Lines, Robin Thicke featuring T.I. and Pharrell. Let's bring in our panel here. Coming to us from Vancouver, Megan Edwards with the Beat 94.5. Back on the panel in Toronto, we've got entertainment commentator Matt Varelli standing by as well. And we go to Montreal, where we've got Kelly Alexander, Virgin Radio 96, standing by as well. All right, Megan, you are a DJ, as Kelly is as well, and Matt plays one in his spare time. So I'm going to get your take first off. What do you think about these nominees, what you saw from the Grammys? Surprises and snubs?
You know, this month is a big month for Jay-Z. He's turned vegan and he's been nominated for 9 Grammy Awards. So that's pretty big and awesome. I think he deserves that for sure. Lorde, I'm really surprised actually that she was not nominated for Best New Artist because she's the biggest thing out there right now. And I mean, say what you want about Miley Cyrus, but, you know, she licks hammers, she's very sexual, that sort of thing. But I do think her music is great, and I think she should have been nominated for a Grammy.
What do you think, Matt? What's your take? I mean, Robin Thicke and Pharrell, T.I., they got a lot of coverage. Do you think they should win this?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a long list of people that deserve to be there. I agree with Megan. I think Lorde should have definitely been in there. Her Pure Heroine album, I've listened to from the beginning to the end and love it. I think I was surprised that Miley wasn't in there, and along with Ariana Grande, who's kind of had a successful little bout here. So yeah, I think I'm surprised by that, but I think there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Kelly, so we talked about Miley Cyrus not being in there. Justin Bieber was not in there, and neither was One Direction. I know you're a huge 1D fan. What do you make of these nominees?
I think Justin Bieber whined too much last year about not getting nominated, so I think they're very selective and they play games, the Grammys, I think, about how they want things done. It's sort of like the Oscars, right, of the music industry, so there's strange ways that they do things. So Bieber, I think, by being vocal last year, screwed himself out of it a little bit. I think, you know, Lorde should have been in that new category. I think that they're like acting like a year behind because Ed Sheeran should have been Best New Artist last year, not this year. So it's kind of, they're a little bit delayed. What I'm really excited though about is Kendrick Lamar, the rapper, getting some praise and getting nominated in several categories. And I think he might be the surprise winner at this year's Grammys.
Yeah, let's bring up the Album of the Year nominees if we can and just show our viewers who has been nominated. We've got a number of people, including Kendrick Lamar, as you mentioned, Macklemore, Ryan Lewis, Taylor Swift, of course, for Red, Daft Punk, of course, and what's interesting about this list is it covers a lot of ground, doesn't it, Megan?
Absolutely. I am a huge fan of Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and then you have Taylor Swift, who's completely different as well. Lots of different genres, so I love that.
What about you, Matt? What do you make of the best album of the year?
Yeah, it's all over the place. I love Macklemore and Lewis as well. You know, I won't be surprised if Taylor Swift takes it again. She just seems to sweep these up. But Sarah Bareilles was a surprise, and I think she even shocked herself. You know, she said on Twitter that she was surprised that she was in this category. So she's had a great year with, you know, a great song, Brave, with a great message. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, Sarah Bareilles was very surprised. Great point. What did you make of her being in the best album category, Kelly?
It was a surprise. I'm happy for her, though. Like, she's had a solid career, and I think this latest album for her is good. What is going to be really exciting is the fact that she's in the category with Katy Perry for Best Pop Best Pop Solo Performance. And there was this whole internet conspiracy going on about how Katy Perry's Roar sounded like Sarah Bareilles' Brave. So we'll see actually which song comes out on top, considering they sound very structurally the same.
Okay, let's talk about Scottish singing sensation Susan Boyle saying she's relieved after being diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, a mild form of autism. She says this diagnosis is going to help people better understand her because she struggles with relationships and communication with other people. What did you make of this, Megan, when you heard this?
You know what? I felt really happy for her, because what else do we want in life but people to understand us and for us to understand ourselves? Her doctor said when she was very young that she had a learning disability because of brain damage. She's had difficulty in relationships and during her life and communicating with people. How nice is it now that she can put a label on her condition and talk to her doctor, talk to the people around her about how to make her life easier for her? I think it's great for her that she finally knows what it is.
Matt?
Yeah, there's no doubt that Susan Boyle is talented, and you know, when we get to see these dreams lived out on a reality show like Britain's Got Talent, it's exciting for us, you know, but from that very first audition on that show, we saw how quirky Susan was, and we saw how different she was, and I understand her probably frustration of trying to figure out what's been wrong with her, and this would be relieving for her, and I think people will understand more now.
Kelly, significant that she came out publicly with this.
Yeah, I think it's great that she sort of knows what's going on now. The one thing that bothered me, though, and I hope that she can change her attitude about it, is in the article I read that she said that now I know what's wrong with me. And I don't think she should think that something's wrong with her. Like, obviously, this is a challenge for her, and she's hopefully going to feel better about herself and figure out ways to handle it. But I didn't like that she said that there's something wrong with her. It's just something different that she has to deal with. And again, I think she'll come to more of a peaceful feeling knowing what she's challenged with, but she'll get through it for sure.
Okay, let's move on. The next Superman movie is going to feature a triple team-up, or at least triple superheroes anyway. Word that Warner Brothers has chosen the next Wonder Woman. Israeli actress Gal Gadot will play the warrior princess, at least in a cameo, maybe more. The movie is due out in 2015. Megan, from Linda Carter to this woman, what do you think?
At first, I didn't know who she was, so I did a little Googling, saw that she competed in Miss Universe, of course. She's absolutely gorgeous. But then I saw that she had spent time in the Israeli army. She does her own stunts in the Fast and the Furious. She rides a motorcycle. She is a part of all kinds of sport teams. And I thought, this woman is pretty damn cool. And I think she'll do an awesome job. Obviously, there's a bit of controversy. Her body is a little bit different. She's a bit thinner, but I think, you know, she's a hot woman. She's powerful, and I think she'll make a great Wonder Woman.
What do you think about this, Matt? Too many superheroes? They're going to have Ben Affleck, they're going to have Henry Cavill, now they're going to have her all in one movie.
I know, I'm very interested to see how this goes. It might be a little too much, but like you said, we don't know how Wonder Woman is going to be portrayed in this. Is she just going to show up at the end? It is interesting, though, that you guys showed that picture of her in the red top and the blue denim outfit, because she tweeted that at the beginning of November, and I wonder if that was a little bit of a hint to say that maybe she was going to announce soon that she is playing this role. There's that picture there. She's beautiful, she's stunning, and we'll see how she fares. I don't know if she would fare in a whole Wonder Woman movie by herself, but I think a cameo will be fine.
That's an interesting point here. Kelly, weigh in on this. Expectations for this movie and this sort of constant issue about would a female superhero movie actually be able to do as well as a male superhero movie, or is there a problem? Do fans not embrace female superheroes as much as they do male?
Well, I really hope that it wouldn't matter. I think if it's an interesting story and she's an interesting character, then why not go see her? Why not go support her? And I think a lot of men would like to see a woman kick some butt anyways, so I think it would be fine. And I think this is a good choice casting-wise, because it's such a hard role to cast that why not get someone that's almost relatively unknown, because she can really make this her own and everyone can be surprised how well she's going to pull this thing off.
Okay, lastly, but not leastly, so to speak, mega push for Anchorman 2. The sequel comes out next week. Will Ferrell has been on overload doing a huge pre-premiere publicity blitz, popping up all over the place to promote this movie. Megan, what do you think of all this PR connecting with fans that he's doing?
I love Anchorman. I love the first movie, and I think after 9 years, people might have forgotten a little bit. And of course, there's the kids then in 2004 are now older, so he needs to kind of do the publicity, and he has to do it with One Direction because their fans are who he wants to go see his movie as well. I'm going to go see it because it's hilarious. I'm a little bit worried. I worry about sequels. You never know. They might not be as good as the first, but he's got to do that PR to make it as big as the first one.
Matt?
Yeah, if you want some smart promo for your movie, just hire Will Ferrell. Like he seems to be promoting the heck out of it. He was here recently for the curling championships out there in Winnipeg. Ron Burgundy's everywhere. Will Ferrell is everywhere. I think everyone loves him, and he is definitely putting his heart, soul, and humor in the promo, and he does a great job at it. We love funny. He makes us laugh.
I shudder to think, guys, about all the jokes that I'm going to now have to endure a second time around once this movie comes out, considering my line of work. Kelly, last word on this goes to you. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was a breath of fresh air, actually, the way that he's done this. I know he ended up doing some news reporting in North Dakota as well, some sports reporting, plus like the fact that he was at the World Curling Championship. So it's so different almost in a way. Instead of just doing press junkets and us watching him be interviewed, the fact that he would actually put himself out there as the character full on, I think it's a breath of fresh air, and I think a lot of people enjoyed watching him do what he does best.
Kelly Alexander in Montreal, Matt Borelli in Toronto, and Megan Edwards in Vancouver. Thanks to all three of you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Todd.